Hi everyone, welcome back to Wise Words Wednesday. I'm Jamie, thank you for joining me today. Today I'm going to talk about an interesting topic that comes up every season, every engagement, every delivery, and it's called tolerance. And tolerance is a term that's used for what is, I guess, reasonable and customary, acceptable practice as it relates to manufacturing. Tolerance I talked about in my last Wise Words Wednesday series about spec tolerance and when things are considered commercially viable if they might be in or out of spec. But tolerance as it relates to order quantity is something that actually is going to be discussed with all of you at one point or another when you're working on starting your own line. Tolerance as it relates to, say, final quantities. So let's say you put in a purchase order of 1,000 pieces of a style and there's fallout. So there might have been some color shading and the factory could only sew 995 pieces because 5 pieces, just unfortunately, the color shading was so bad and they couldn't match the parts of the sleeve and the center, front, and the back. Or alternatively, they actually were very efficient when they were laying out the markers and they cut so clean that there's actually some extra fabric, right? So on one hand, you're gonna have a little bit of a short ship because there was some fallout in the fabric or maybe some of the zippers broke and they had to reattach them. But when it comes down to the other side of the wheel, we have to be very mindful that industry tolerance permits for plus or minus 5% wastage or overage. So I just want to really be clear about that because there might be an order, say, for belts or something that's maybe very expensive, leather or cashmere. And we always have to identify what the order quantities are based on our estimated consumption from development all the way to production. And at some points, the factories get to be a lot more efficient once they're under the production sewing line and under the production needle. And so what happens is there might be some trickle over and maybe 8 to 10 extra belts. And generally it's acceptable for a buyer to say, I accept the overages, I can assign what sizes I want in them. I want extra smalls because that's maybe trending in my customer base, or I would like extra large because I realize that I didn't place enough on my initial buy and I'm gaining a lot of traction in that demographic on my website, for example. So I just want to understand that when you're going into placing things, it's not going to come out in a perfect square. Like if your purchase order said 1,000 pieces, it's going to show up. 9 out of 10 times, it's actually kind of clean and orderly that way. But I just wanted to prepare you that you should be expecting conversations about some fallout or some overages and how commercially viable those discussions are and how we navigate through that with each and every one of you. If you have any other questions about this particular topic, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. You can reach us at fabrictofinish.com, and we look forward to hearing from you and staying in touch as we deliver on more and more content going forward. Thank you so much.